Hey guys, and welcome back to Autumn Elegy's Old School Runescape History, and this is episode number 3. So, we last left off killing Dagannoth Rex, and we'd done about 4 kills judging by the Dagannoth bones in the inventory. Already managed to pick up a rock shell plate body, which is pretty nice, but we were using the Slayer Dart. Not the most effective way to kill Rex, but definitely was working out alright. At least we had the Guthans. Definitely overstocked on the Ceradome and Bruise, since with Guthans you hardly really need any of those, but I was playing it safe since it was my first ever trip into the Dagannoth King lair ever in my history of RuneScape. And first trip, looking low on supplies, but we picked up a Berserker ring. I was super happy about this. They're worth 3.5 mil or so, still holding the stable price that they are at now. And this was over a year ago, so we got a very nice drop, and I was very happy about that. So looks like the same trip we also managed to pick up a warrior ring, which is pretty interesting. Not the greatest value, but still kind of nice to get another drop. And that trip is over, and went for a farm run. Upgraded to the papaya trees, it looks like, and got level 68 68 farming. The Berserker ring was paying off with the farming levels, spending a bit of money here and there, and I decided that since I had made some money from Dagannoth Rex already, I would go for level 80 magic. And so I was superheating for 80 magic, and the reason I was doing this is so that I could unlock the charge spell. And with charge, I could use Claws of Guthix, which was at the time the absolute best spell you could use to kill Dagannoth Rex. So I continued to train magic, level 75. I was actually superheating iron ore. I finally managed to make my way over to pest control where I wouldn't get random events. And I was doing iron ore because it was a lot cheaper, and I wasn't really too bothered about the smithing levels. And it was a very nice and effective way to train my magic without wasting too much money and getting some pretty fast experience. Another smithing level out of the way. And I was actually farming snapdragons at the time, so I decided to use them to train my herblore level up, and worked on that. Got some total levels 79 magic, pretty nice. And this was the time that they were spawning random rare, like old rare items around RuneScape that were actually rare at the time, because they wanted them to be rare for a little while, and then they kind of changed that. I don't know what the deal was with that, but my friend had already found one. A yo-yo was the one at the time, so he found another yo-yo, and so he told me where it was, and I went and picked myself up a yo-yo, which was actually really cool at the time because they were pretty rare. So I was pretty happy about that. It was nice. And I finally hit the level 80 magic. Looks like I hadn't moved from Yen. I decided to just finish off the superheating there. And I was all set with level 80 magic, and after that, I went over to pest control and spent a few hours there and got myself the points for a Void Knight Mace. And the reason that Void Knight Mace was so good is because it could auto-cast Claws of Guthix. And the reason that Claws of Guthix is so good is because you couldn't auto-cast Ceradome and Strike or Flames of Zamorak. So clicking one at a time on Rex would get pretty boring, and with the Void Knight Mace, you could basically just AFK Rex. So that's why I decided to do that. That's the only pest control I've really ever done in RuneScape. Never gotten a full Void set to this day. Might happen sometime in the future, but it's not really that efficient. But yeah, the Void Knight Mace was really nice. And I was back at Rex in style, killing him with the charge and the Claws of Guthix, hitting the 24s. And Claws of Guthix with charge can hit up to 30. So that was quite good. A lot higher DPS. It was more expensive, because obviously it uses blood runes and everything, but overall more efficient to use than Slayer Dart by a long shot, just because the kills go so much faster. You last much longer there. Picked up a few clue scrolls from the Dagannoth Kings and random other things, and not the most amazing loot, but not too bad from this one in particular. Kept up with the farming, level 69, Kappa, lol. Level 65 herblore from the herbs I had farmed. And I found another yo-yo. I was kind of annoyed by this because I was hoping I would find a different item rather than one that I already had. But yeah, I didn't bother to pick it up. I think I just told the guy in the full rune right there over there that he could pick himself up a free yo-yo if he ran over behind the compost bin. But I was in the middle of farming my snapdragons, and decided to switch it up, do a bit of the barrows, and got myself an Aram's robe skirt. It's actually the second one that I got, and the very last item that I got was also an Aram's robe skirt, so it was kind of awkward. Back-to-back Aram's robe skirts. Not the worst item, not the best item, so it was alright. I was happy with it. And went back to Dagannoth Rex, and got myself a level 81 magic, and this was the start of a very long and interesting journey of killing Dagannoth Rex. So yeah, picked up another Berserker Ring number 2, quite nice with that trip. More herblore level 66. That was pretty much my life at the time, farming herblore and killing Dagonoth Rex and maybe a bit of Slayer and Barrows here and there. I was living the life, but not the greatest clue here. Not the greatest loot. 67 Herblore. And I was getting a bit worried about my bank, actually, because if a level 2 imp could breach into the Varrock Bank security, into their high security vault behind the bars, he could easily open the bank and steal everything inside there. So I was getting a bit worried, thinking about switching my deposits to maybe a Falador bank or something, because the Varrock Bank's clearly not as secure as they claim to be. But I kept up with my Tears of Gothics, actually, because I figured, you know, free XP, why not? It's kind of interesting to see my my skills tab at this time. I definitely was still working on the 70 skills over time, and crafting was one that I certainly needed. At level 1641 total level, which actually wasn't too bad at the time. I was climbing in the rankings. I was doing actually pretty nicely on the high scores, and guess I decided to switch it up with a bit of fletching. Got level 79, and pulled a Bodhi. Got a Ring of Life, sad, and hit level 70 farming, so another 70 skill out of the way. Super happy about that one, because farming was one of my favorite skills, and it was really nice to finally get it up into a more decent level past the level 70s. Oh, there it is. That's the second Aram's Robe Skirt. I was confused about that, actually. So the other one I got was the first one, and I decided to go back to Barrows, got a second Aram's Robe Skirt, so this is the second one, not the other one. Back at the start. So thanks for watching, guys. Not as much of a cliffhanger as last time, but I can tell you things get a lot more interesting after this, so definitely keep tuning into these episodes. I proceeded to kill Rex a lot of times, and you guys will see all the different loot that I managed to get. It was a fun time back then. I wasn't even worried about efficiency at all. I just sort of fucking around, doing whatever I felt like, doing some skilling, doing some PVM, and it was a good time. And this was all back in July of 2013. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and definitely keep your eyes out for the next episode. I'll have it out in a few more days, probably. I think I'm probably going to try to do, you know, like 1 to 2 of these per week until I run out of screenshots, basically. So I'll probably make it somewhere between 5 and 10 episodes long. But hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. It really means a lot to me that you guys watch my videos. And I'll see you guys soon with more content. Later, guys.